Yeah. How are you doing, love? How's So let me give you a short introduction about our very own Deborah Hall. She has been with us for past, I think, 5, 6 years, and she's an amazing speaker. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome her. Deborah is renowned clinical hypnotherapist, CCHT, heart math trainer, law of attraction coach, and international keynote speaker. She combines ancient wisdom with modern science to help you tap into your inner potential. With years of experience and a compassionate approach, she facilitates profound personal and spiritual growth. Deborah's life philosophy is to help as much as you can and do no harm. And she also believed we must leave our mark by this world by making it a better place, even if it is just a little bit. So, wow, that was a wonderful bio. So, I know the reason why you glow all the time. You just help everybody who comes in your way. Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Deborah. And yeah, the stage is all yours. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome her. She's an amazing speaker. And yeah, go ahead, please.
Hello, everyone. Such a pleasure to be here today. And most important is so good to be talking about something very, very important that we have to understand that we live in a very, very fast-paced world where pressure are everywhere. So what we need to have most in life is resilience. And today I want to talk to you about how we can build resilience. I don't know if you have my presentation, but if you don't, it's okay. It's fine. I can just talk. So the ancient traditions, they had a very great emphasis on the heart. For them, everything was centered on the heart. Even the ancient Greeks, they believed that the heart was the center of the intelligence. Then you take the Hindus, they have oh, great, thank you. They have a great emphasis on heart too. And then we come to the Egyptians. And the Egyptians, they really, really believe the heart was the most important organ we have in our bodies. And I will tell very briefly, can you get to the second slide, number 2, please? This one. Can I get the yeah. So let's talk very briefly how the Egyptians do the mummification process. So they take, after the person died, they take all the organs and place it in separate jars to be embalmed in separate jars. They, they pick up some hooks and put into the nose to liquefy the brain. And then the brain and the blood were thrown away. But the heart, they take the heart out of the chest and did a mummification process special for the heart. And then they placed back the heart on the chest. If you see here, we have, a mummy, a 3,500 years old mummy, and the heart. Look how the heart is much better preserved than the mummy per se. So, because they give very, very importance, they believe that when you go to the afterlife, the god Osiris will, measure your heart in a scale against a ostrich feather. And if it has at least the same, but better if it was less heavy than the ostrich feather. But then came the modern science, like 400 years ago, and they said, no, 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 forget the heart. The heart is for the weak, is for, romance, everything is in the brain. So everybody forgot the heart and put an emphasis in the brain. That was until 1991. Can you bring, please, the next one? When a Canadian doctor called Dr. Richard Armour made a beautiful discovery. Can I get the number 3 slide? And what he found was that the heart has has neurons working on the same fashion the neurons in the brain. And it was, a big, huge surprise. So they start to studying what those neurons were doing. Can I have the slide number 3, please? Yeah, the number 3, the little heart. So they find out that the neurons of the heart works on the same fashion the neurons of the brain, sending synapses, the information. But then they did a test to see who sent more messaging to who. And the heart sends 10,000 times more message to the brain than the brain to the heart. So they start to study, and they got to this incredible conclusion. Yeah, here we have the first 3D map of the neurons in the heart. So now we have a new branch of medicine, neurocardiology, to study the neurons on the heart. The brain has 80 to 100 billion neurons. The heart has only 40,000 neurons, but they are so dominant that the communication between brain and heart is made basically 90% the heart sending to the brain. So then another Dr. Childrey, he was doctor in psychology who deal with stress and anxiety. And then he started to checking out this connection between heart and brain. And they find out that it's not the heart, it's not the brain, but is what he called a coherence between heart and brain. So when you work your brain and your heart in harmony, when you put them in a harmony or coherence, you develop resilience. So can I have another slide about resilience? Yeah, and can you go straight to the other one? This one is just illustrative. Okay, so what is resilience? It's the capacity to prepare for, recover from, adapt in face of stress, challenges, or adversity. And how we become resilient? When we have energy. So you can learn to build your resilience capacity and sustain your energy. You can learn to synchronize your heart and your brain, and then you will save energy and you will become resilient. So let's see the number 6 here. The slide number 6. Basically, we are energy systems. Everything in us is how we spend and how we renew energy. So it's by our emotions. The only fuel we have for energy and the only draining we have for energy are our emotions. What we call positive emotions, they recharge you, they make you strong, they make you resilient. But what we call negative emotions, they drain your energies. So let's talk a little bit, very briefly. The positive emotions, we have love, we have compassion, we have gratitude, we have loyalty. So the positive qualities of the heart. And the negative emotions is anger, overwhelm, the frustration. So we have to learn to be aware. What I'm feeling right now. Can you bring the other slide, please? how I'm feeling depends what emotions are active in you. So can I have the next? No. Oh yeah, okay, that is good. So we have domains of resilience. Resilience has 4 domains, and when you learn how to synchronize all the 4 domains, Then you have coherence, which is your brain and your heart working together. So when you learn, and I will teach very briefly um, and ahead how you get this coherence between your brain and your heart, you develop physical resilience, which is endurance, strength. You have mental flexibility, attention span, ability to focus. You have emotional flexibility, positive outlook, self-regulation, and the last but not the least, spiritual flexibility, commitment to values, and so. So let's go to the next slide. This slide, it was from the Gulf War back then. They sent two groups of Marines to the war. The one, they went without learning how to harmonize brain and heart, without the training per se. So they went, anytime you start something new, we got this fire. So on the beginning, they go up. Until day 20, they are going up. But on day 30, they start to falling. On the day 60, 2 months after they were there, they have to be bring back home because they are having nervous breakdown. They were killing each other instead of the enemy. And then they send another group of Marines with 4 months of training on heart-brain coherence. And look what happens. They were raising, day 30, they still raising. On the 30, they start to stabilizing and going back. But look where they go back. Not down. They could go for 6 more months there because they have this training. So let's get the next one. Then, okay, oh, good. So we have what we call deplete emotions. Emotions such fear, frustration, impatience, anger have a toxic feelings and cause the release of stress hormones, adrenaline and cortisol. So we have as a consequence reduced muscle mass, brain cell death, impaired memory, accelerate aging, impair mental function, and diminish performances. So for that, we have to avoid being prisoner of the negative emotions. So let's see the next slide. Now we talk about the depleting. Let's talk about the renewing emotions. Let's get to the another one. On the contrary, the emotions and positive emotions and positive attitudes, such as care, courage, tolerance, appreciation, love, gratitude, they make the body release the oxytocin and endorphins. We gotta increase the longevity, increase the resilience to adversity, improve the memory, improve solve skills, increase intuition and creativity, improve job performance and achievement. So let's talk a little bit. How can I create this coherence and consequently this resilience? Okay, let's go to the, so how we create resilience by doing intelligent energy management. And how I do that. So anytime that I'm feeling drained, without energy, is because I have active in myself energies. I'm without energy. My battery is down. But we are not like our cell phones. We can't plug. We have to find a way to charge. So what do we do? We have to, first of all, understand why what we are having those feelings frequently, because we have the habit to be stressed, the habit to be angry. So we have to be alert and know ourselves. Once you identify that you are at low energy because you are having negative thoughts, negative emotions, most people come to me and say, but How can I change my emotion? I have no power of that. And that's when you're wrong, because you have all the power. And I will teach you very briefly how we can change from no energy to more energy, and to feeling depressed and sad to feeling resilient and strong. So let's see the next slide. Heart focused breathing technique. The simple thing. Everybody that is watching now, I want to ask you to place your hand over your heart or chest. Feel your heart. Just feel your heart, listen to your heart, and then breathe slowly and deeper. Imagine the air is going straight to your chest. For a while, just breathe. And now, when you're breathing inside your heart, breathe with the word easy or calmness. And you see that doesn't matter how nervous you are, you immediately calm down. You remember I said that the heart sends more message to the brain. So it's the heart who feels the danger and sends the message to the brain to stress you. But the heart can do this the contrary too. So when you breathe this way through your heart sends a message to the brain, hey, calm down, stop, we're fine. And then you start to really feeling better and start to get stop the loss of energy, start to gain energy. So anytime you feel stressed, you are in a situation that you got a by surprise, that you got out of guard, remember, before act, breathe through your heart slowly and deeper. I have a trick. I just when I need it quickly, I breathe this way through my heart. I'm calm, I'm safe, I am in control. Like 3 times breathing this way, boom, it's changed. When you learn to do this, breathe, breathing through the heart, you got a more intuitive. You really develop a more intuition. There's three kind of intuitions. They are very important. Implicit knowledge, that knowledge that you have but you don't remember you have, that you got by osmosis, by being a sponge to to the environment. And then we have the energetic sensitivity. Everybody, I think, have this experience. You're sitting in a classroom or in a theater, and then you feel something, and you look back, and there's someone staring to your head. That's energetic sensitivity. And then we have the non-local intuition. Is that a mother that is miles and miles apart from their son, and she knows that the kids are with a problem. Or even you don't know, you think about a friend that lives in another country, and then like 2 hours, boom, this person contacts you. So that is the one benefit of the coherence between heart and brain. So let's get to the another. Yeah, could jump to the other. I will talk about the relational energies. So see, this is our us. Doesn't matter if you are with positive or negative energy, we are always irradiating, you know, very far away from us. So when you get, let's say the in blue here is the positive energy, and in yellow is the negative energy. Also, here a person in coherence, here a person in incoherence. The coherence is dominant. So if two people meet each other, one is very stressed, very incoherent, but the other one is very calm, very coherent, immediately that person start to get coherent too, because they got affected by our energy. So that's so important for us to take care of our energy, not only because it will be good for us, but that it will be important on what we bring into the world. So let's go to the other slide. I don't want to overstep my time here. So the next one. Okay, drama amplifies energy drains. So it's proved that 80% of the energy loss we have is because we are bringing drama to our lives. We blame ourselves for things that, even if it's your fault, you can forgive yourself. There's no point in carrying blame. Don't know, telling the sad stories of her life. Oh, that bad happened to me, and keep taking this. Oh, rehearsing, playing bad moments in your mind for all the time, or resignation. Oh, nothing I can do. I am depressed. I am poor. I have bad luck, or brooding. And you start to, oh my God, when I find some person, I will say this. Why I didn't say that? Trying to fight a fight that is long gone, or even justifying negative thoughts or negative situations. That is all drama. You don't need to do that. Last but not least, again, is negative projections, because that is basically what is anxiety. Anxiety is look to a future event and project a negative outcome. And you don't have to do that. You have the power to be more positive, to project more negative. But if I project positive and the negative happens, then at least you are full of energy to deal with the negative outcome. But if you are projecting negative instead of a positive outlook, and then the negative happens, you're done. You're done because you're already spending your energy. So what do we want to do when the problems arise? Full of energy or drain? I much prefer be full of energy, because then the problems are not so big, because you have energy to deal with them, right? So let's see the last slide here, and then I want to give some time for questions if people have. Let's go to the last one. So very briefly, doing a resume of everything. Identify what you're feeling. If you're feeling something that brings you stress or anxiety or sadness, remember, you can change this. You can change this scenario. Just breathe through your heart, slowly, deeper. I am calm. I'm safe. I am in control. 1, 2, 3 times. You stop losing energy immediately, and you start to gain energy. Then, once you did that, then breathe to your heart and think about someone or something that you love, a beautiful place, someone you admire, because that brings energy, brings positive energy to us. Can I have the last, the last slide, please? Okay, what do we gain doing that, getting coherence? If you do that, not is wait to do that when you are in hard situation, stressed. The good way is to do that in the morning before you left the bed. Harmonize your brain and heart. It's a good way to start the day. At the middle of the day, again, do that. At night, before going to bed, do again. And if something happens, do again. If you do that for 4 months, you establish a new baseline. What is that? If you are a person that always answer things with stress and get anxious, you will become that person that everybody envies. That person who's always cool, always fine. It's not because this person doesn't have a problem. It's because this person knows that they can deal with anything come their way because they are always full of energy. They are always prepared for what will come. So the most smart thing to do is change our baseline. Is becoming this person that is always prepared. Though you'll never get out of guard. You will still have a problem in your life, of course, but the problems weren't gonna hit you the way they did before. So yeah, let's go to the last one here. See what we have. So we have to take care of the familiar neural patterns and check it out. What are my familiar neural patterns? What? Often repeated thoughts, emotions, attitudes, and behaviors, and create internal baseline. So check it out. What is my pattern? And with a little bit of observation, you will find out how you act. If you're doing good, improve the good. If you're having bad patterns, try to change them. Remember, it's easy to change. You just have to acknowledge your heart, deep breath in them, and change the emotion. Choose another emotion. And then you know the desktop of your computer, you have there on the desktop the things you use more, right? And the other programs are on the back. So let's fill up the desktop of our heart and brain with positive emotions because that's the way we will respond. The brain is very smart. It goes with the shortcuts. What you do always, what you do every day is what it will use in moments of need. So if you all the time is frustrated or angry, you will be always answer this way. But if you try to be calm and composed, your brain will pick it up from there naturally. Is that what we call a baseline? You know, the way we respond to things. So that said, I think I'm open to questions right now.
Amazing. Amazing speech,
Thank you.
Deborah. So I think I saw a lot of emojis coming up while you're talking. So thank you so much. And I will be asking you a question. Let me go through the question list I
Okay.
have. So meanwhile, ladies and gentlemen, please reach out to her, Deborah Hall. She is a hypnotherapist, clinical hypnotherapist, and please reach out to her. How to renew the emotions?
How do we renew the emotions?
Yeah.
Activating a positive emotion. Because no, you don't renew emotions, you renew yourself. You have to think your heart like a battery, like your heart is a battery. So when you activate positive emotions, your energy is up. So let's say I find out that I'm having, a low energy. I'm procrastinating, and it's because I have active frustration energy. So I have to forget the emotion, the negative emotion. Go to your heart, take a deep breath. I have a trick. I have two little puppies, two mixed Chihuahua. They are adorable. So the easiest way for me, I go and think about my dogs. Hi, how I love little devils. Oh, hey, it's so good. And boom, I start to renewing. Okay, and I think that's it. It's by your emotion that you renew or deplete your energy.
Okay. So I see a lot of messages coming as well. Somebody, I think, Matthew, is saying a remarkable presentation that inspired us to pursue our goals with confidence. Well, thank you so much, Matthew.
Great, great.
And Alisa, she says that your unique perspective shed light on important issues, leaving us all inspired. Wow, thank you. Khalid, he's saying
Thank
that
you.
your thought-provoking ideas and engaging delivery captivated the entire audience. Oh my God, so many are coming more. Thank you for sharing your
Thank
journey,
you.
for your words, and motivated us and strive for excellence, Nikolai. Wonderful. Thank you so much, audience.
Thank you.
That was a wonderful speech, and we are here on day one. It's almost 9:15 in EST, and we are waiting for the last two presentations for the day. She's Dr. Christine and Stella, and please join the next session of Dr. Christine. Thank you, and Deborah, will miss you.
Thank you all. Thank
Would
you
like
all.
to see you in Paris next.
Sure.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you.